guys, it's me, Missy. I'm back, and today I'm going to be playing some more Disco Elysium. Now, when I last left off, we had found the cryptid dude, and we had talked to his wife, I believe, and told her that he is alive and he's coming back soon. I think we also checked out some cryptid traps, which was cool. And we explored the rest of that little area that was over on the other side of the map. But anyway, I guess with that, let's get to the game. Okay, let's talk to Cuno first, since we have some time.
Cuno's like Cuno's dad. Cuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I talked to this guy about the armor.
So?
You should thank him.
Nothing that typically paid off. Good job, Cuno.
What? Don't be playing Cuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Okay.
Are you snitching, Cuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Cuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pig's full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Uh-huh.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him.
That's good. I want to just discuss with the body with you again, Cuno.
The fuck about it?
Okay, I don't
You're
have anything else
testing.
to say.
Get lost.
Let's leave Cuno
Cuno
alone.
doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, Cuno, I know you're pissy-wissy. Still have no idea how to get up there. Assuming it has something to do with that blue door. Let's go over here. Let's head in. And we're gonna go to that apartment with the person that was smoking that hasn't been there in a while. Notebook. Yeah, we ran the number on the victim's armor. We gotta take care of that. Get the hangman's boots. Find one armor piece. I believe we found an armor piece. Smoker on the balcony. Yeah, these two. Let's go all the way over here. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, let's set it up. Okay. Your distant traffic night is falling on the city. You hear a maroon glow of light. Pollution rises from the east. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Okay, time to talk to this guy.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
We found a key hidden under a stone. Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, Are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts a shadow on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
It sure is, bud. It sure
Wait.
is.
Suddenly you are digging things?
Why would you want me to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Okay. Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
talk.
Kim.
Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Well, damn. I guess I do have to talk to the other person then.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Yeah, I think it is. There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
Kim, I know you're making fun of me. There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves.
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Very mysterious.
Very.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Yep. I'm gonna go in here first. Before I do that, though, 1 second. Okay, let's look around. Quarterly Business Magazine. Party Dragon Silk Robe, Drama and Electrochemistry. I'll take that, thank you. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. It's over here. Logic, minus suggestion. Samarran, conical hat. Bucket of paint on a layer of old newspapers. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. Okay, I just gotta talk to the person.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin. and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé. I heard you
Okay.
talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Let's point to that.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy. That's
Cool.
really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Okay.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, what are you doing in here? What are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Okay.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur la Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
Doesn't
It's
tell
the
me
central
anything.
goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically,
Okay.
it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Thank you for putting it into normal terms, Kim.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stabilité works to keep inflation just below 2%.
2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at
The
all.
coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
No, I'm good. Actually, okay, sure, give me
A
leaflet.
sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But
Okay.
I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What's the Moreland turn?
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
What is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
But what about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D and none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extremist. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? Look now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur la Cliff.
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
Okay.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Shirley Leaf darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Okay.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur la Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Tell me about the orange.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur la Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Which one of them is more?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur la Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur la Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Orange?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
Okay.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like an old
About
person?
what?
About Orange. Just tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Enough business, let's talk about something
Whatever
else.
you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
But that doesn't tell me anything about Kendra itself. Is it warm, cold, something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to immigrate.
Probably. How did you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that
Au
way.
contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Friend, the smoker on the balcony, we were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying?
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the dark glass. I was asking about your friend, dude.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
Yeah, I'd say. I had something else
I'm
in
all
mind.
ears, officer.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Of course he does.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Okay.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
We're gonna give them a huge, like 200 kilograms huge.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened
Well,
next?
that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched the guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock.
Of course you were in shock.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
Did you check your watch?
My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Thanks, I've got all I need.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Okay.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yep. Not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around in this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay. I missed.
Was there
question
anything
with
else?
him.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start
Officer,
thinking.
it's very...
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers.
What do you mean?
It was just so... I was on the balcony. That's when I understood.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least
Who were they? Can you
incapacitated.
describe
I
them?
couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very... Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. I'm afraid I don't have any...
About what time was all this?
All I can say, my watch. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance. Of course. I'm glad I...
Well, that was kind of useless information, I guess. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I gotta run the number on the armor. I need to see if anybody can tell me anything. And I need to report dead body. And I need to look at the insect traps eventually. But that's an eventually. Okay, that one's done. I guess it's time to leave. way. Let's head to the car. Okay, here we are.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel
Pick up the
preheater.
radio
This is
again.
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
First, need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk. Actually, first connect me to Jamrock Public Library.
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, detective?
Need to report dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from the Central Jamrock Public Library. It belonged to someone named Billy.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We'll take the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Okay.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Victim's armors, victim's tattoo. Okay. Can you please connect me to Sylvie again?
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes. Hello?
Hi Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No. I honestly don't know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear the call breaking up.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Close the door. Okay, got autosave. Have I ever been up here? Let's go in. Okay. Let's talk to this dude. Sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement, though. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red on red embroidery embellished in the cockery roosters and mesquite floral motifs. His dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white on white flower motif. stone on the tongue, the toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames? Anyway, beige as a color does not look good on anyone, not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feels almost nauseating. Small wire frame inside the futuristic-looking plan. People hat gives the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. It's your own stardom to dazzling for your eyes. Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Pain threshold. The sleazy silk bathrobe is vibrant blues, features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's cold-free and sensitive, but only for people who are not from Sol. The real Solites probably don't care. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samaran wisdom. Its straws sticking up like antennae. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. Yeah, I have this that I wanted to play. So the jacket. I interacted with
As you
this.
hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Yes.
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
That doesn't surprise me.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ew, flick
Now
your
you're
hands.
just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Interact.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at hand. But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Okay. Okay, that's done. Let's talk to this dude real quick.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well, bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Yeah, it sure did. Nothing. Okay, I don't need nothing from him. Oh, there's something here. Money.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge.
Damn. Okay. Okay, so I don't have the thing for that yet. What else do we have to do? Open the apartment door for Everett. Body on the boardwalk. I might as well just leave Kim here.
Yes?
So, I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps
What is it? What can you tell me, Tim? Kim.
I'm not
That's
really
Tim.
sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Either
Yeah,
way,
I figured.
good on you. You were saying?
Okay, leave him. Let's go upstairs.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Knock harder.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you... Still nothing. The lieutenant... Still no... The lieutenant...
Okay, fine. Okay, there's nothing really here. Let's head down. And I gotta head all the way back to where my little place is. So I might as well stop on the way and get some stuff sold. This way. Let's go in here.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Of course not.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
How much you selling the t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Cool, I'll think about
You
it.
should.
Plus physical instrument, plus shivers. That's a rad man from Himdall t-shirt you've got
Hell
there.
yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
You must be a serious man from Himdall fan.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
Okay.
Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
What do you mean the man from Himdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed.
Yeah, I'd
Geomagnetic
say.
ley lines, one might even say.
Okay, let's buy
Welcome
this
to
t-shirt.
Helmdall, officer.
Thanks, my dude. Man from Hundal standing in front of a burning village, still wielding his ever-present swords. His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into three-dimensional life. Cool. Gleaming chewing gum wrapper found on the back of the laborer's jeans. If you give ever so faint scent of apricots, your mouth starts watering. Handwritten note from the fridge. Folded library card.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, St. Billy is a unisex name.
Okay, yeah, we've already looked at that then. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestacks releasing fat fumes of smoke into blue, cloudless skies. The tinge of age, the color of old teeth, gives it a sickly look. Written on the back is a single sentence repeated twice, I got out, no address. Okay.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Got something
Sure.
else to sell.
Let me have a look.
Let me check.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Find a fuel canister. Let's pawn this. And let's pawn this because I don't think I'm going to be able to get what I want from it. Actually, maybe I will. I have some
All
armor.
right. Let's see it.
Just look at this awesome cuirass.
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
Okay.
Another time,
Don't have
perhaps.
anything else? Thank you.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Okay.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
Yeah, sure. Plastic headless flan. Rider sits at the top is equally plastic full, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the infamous fine cap from which he lost his head. The head is not included. Cool. Maybe I'll have some good luck. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the place that I'm staying so we can get the day to move along a bit. Or I guess I should say night. Let's go this way. Okay.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Okay, enter the shack. You're not gonna rest yet. We need to go talk to that one guy really quickly, and then we're done. So we gotta head all the way back into town. I just needed to get rid of Kim so he doesn't get mad at me for doing something. Check this bug trap.
This trap's not too hard to spot. Once you know what to look for, keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Play on. Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks sickly pale against the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Okay, leave. Lands and far north end of the fled building. Okay. Okay, we're gonna head back. Talk to the big man, and then we'll go to bed. This way. Let's go this way. Look, something forgotten on the coffee table. I don't see anything. Well, damn, he's not here, and this was a waste of time then, I guess. I'm surprised the dude can even get out of his chair. I talked to him.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container.
The lyrics to this container song, the accent is so thick, It's impossible.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Okay.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumours.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation.
Yes, moving from inwards to outwards. By the looks of it, soon everything will be in Union colors.
Has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What's underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one's working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
He's kind of cute.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who's Miss Buford?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Hold on, who's this Miss Buford you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leo.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Fell silent, watching me meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Perhaps. Leo, are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold on. Hold up. What do you... He makes it in the whirling.
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike.
You've told me this
Not,
before.
but Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everett sent them on a nice vacation. Oh, him and his boy.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I
Too
don't really know the
rowdy?
details.
Leo, what kind
Well,
of
that's
fight
just
did they
how
get
boys
into?
are,
Did they
you
kill
know.
a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, so borscht it is. That's the next thing. And talking to this lady. That's good to know. I'm assuming the borscht has ropes on it. That's what my assumption is, because he is, making and selling drugs, I believe. But we should head back to the little place we're staying in, and we should sleep. And I've checked every trap except one up near the flood building, which can wait a little while. Here. And here we are.
It's getting late, and it's raining.
Shack. Let's see.
The bed is comforting.
Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Okay.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity, spinning it on empty, spinning, spinning, tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash, the bang, the endless learning experience.
Spinning eternity in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Okay.
You can never forget this shit.
The color, the voices.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Feel the pillow under your sheet. Why? Let's choose why.
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your sheet.
Beep, beep, beep! The alarm is ringing, Harry! The disco circus goes on and on! You barely slept 3 hours last night!
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
That's a good idea. Open your eyes. Okay, I'm awake. Let's go, man. Time to head out into the world. Hey, Kim. Good morning.
Yes?
Nothing. Okay, so what do we got? We got the special force that we gotta look into. We gotta go talk to the library. We also running the number of the victim's armor. Okay. Well, let's go do those things. So we're going to be at the whirling for the most part today. Going. What are these people?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
Of course it would.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary,
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Sure.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's
Not
not
from
a
here.
question. Don't get into it.
No, I really don't.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West Rivisholian crime syndicates.
Cool.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Say nothing.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism.
Of course not.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Why aren't there more skulls and
The
mercenaries?
Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
I see you kids are into modern dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
That's right, but I like those.
But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that? That the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
What about the scullery then?
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have piss?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Okay.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Of course it is.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
What? Blow it up?
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Okay, there,
Hate to
dude.
admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Yes, in a very weird way, he's got a point.
Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey, Kim,
Yes?
what do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
Which would you wear? You know what I'm implying.
No, I don't. What are you implying?
Are you more of this or fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I feel like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
You betcha.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Do anything about the murder that took place here. Points to the yard.
Murder?
Man was hanging in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around with the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Good for you,
Yeah, I
smartass.
mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology, a field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
It's a man. It's a dead body. Oh my god, you guys are like... Oh god, this is hurting my brain talking to these two. It's not. A man is dead and we need answers.
So what do you think we know?
Absolutely nothing. I think you both have rotted your brains and you walk around like zombies spouting nothing. That's what I think you know. Do you happen to know what happened to the victim's armor?
Nope. But Cindy does.
Of course she does. I guess I'll just go talk to Cindy then.
Don't tell him that. Skulls don't tattle, man.
You're not
Cindy
a
wouldn't.
skull. Where can I find this Cindy?
You already said she's a skull. The last I saw her, she was hanging around the old apartment building near the pier.
Thank you.
Just don't tell her you heard it from Piss and Fuck, alright? I think she wanted those gloves for herself. Be cool, man. okay?
All right. We have a
Maybe.
lead on the gloves.
Be back in just a second. I need...
That ride is...
Hey, piss...
Half-light, okay. Nothing for half-light.
That ride is fucking...
Hey, piss...
Let's try it.
No,
Oh, I got a
no,
success.
no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time. But how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Okay, fine. Boys with those jackets, you're gonna be Skull Kings in no time.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
Thank you, Cam.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up! Are you trying to get us killed?
Yes.
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You offer us your jackets like that, it'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Why, thank
The
you,
lieutenant
boys.
watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever. I'll take both of them then.
Do. I'm fine with that.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
That was actually kind of fun. And it got them away from the car, so that's good. Okay, we gotta do some calls.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Sherlock Public
I'm afraid they're
Library.
closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Damn.
We should try again.
Anything else, Detective?
Nothing
57?
new.
In the
Thank
cabin, you
you.
see a set of steering levers.
Okay. Clothing. Drama and authority. Okay. Half-light rhetoric. I have so much clothes. Okay. Oh, plastic. Yeah, I'm doing a big brain build. So Skull Lady has gloves. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm gonna go try and intimidate. What's her name? This isn't done yet. And we got the borscht thing going on currently. Let's go talk to this bitch first.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardie.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
We got her.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy, Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Oh, but I want to talk to you.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that. A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
He said that Mr. Everett sent you to law school.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
Are you the Hardie girl?
I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You're right, he was magical, magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return. To his
where?
opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
He waves his hand gently, his cigarette holding hand. I don't get you, man. Okay, well, I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, gendarme?
Okay, so I need more composure. What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on.
Well, here's to you.
Well, thanks. Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
So mercenary, probably. Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying trait?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Ah.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Well, thank you for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, gendarme.
I'm putting on some different clothes. Composure. Do I have any composure? Composure. I have a ton of drama. Conceptualization, physical instrument, perception, brain threshold, empathy, encyclopedia, logic. Damn. Well.
Hi again, gendarme.
Let's try this.
It's the sports.
Ah, yes,
He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill.
I
Nothing
don't think
else
he
here.
is.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye. For now. Borscht man. Tomatoes are so thinly sliced that you can see through them.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Harmon, thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate it. Leo said you're friends with this guy. What is that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. Okay. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Yeah, very clever.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
But at the same time, if we do turn that up, then that can make the people a little bit more stupid, give me some answers, maybe. Who knows? Yes, turn up the vodka.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
You said you're friends with this guy, is it true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Could I have some of that brew?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup. Then hands it to you.
Well, thanks, my man. Okay, so borscht. We need to find the armored gloves, inspect the traps, dead body. This isn't done yet. Okay. Tools. Code 3 uses thermal cup of hot borscht spiked with high proof moonshine. Yum! That's 2 skill points to use. Perception, composure, visual calculus. Kinda wanna do visual calculus rather than encyclopedia. I wanna do more visual calculus. Do what composure? Not really. I'll do another authority. And we'll do composure. Okay. I think that's good.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
Oh, that's cool. I need to mag it up.
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form.
Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
Okay. Cool, cool. What do I have on me right now? Got a minus on the authority, so... Trauma... Reaction speed. Reaction speed. Calculus. Physical instrument. Threshold. We'll go with perception. I'm gonna talk to this dude. And we're gonna see what happens.
It's you again. What
Hi,
is it?
dickhead. I found someone who saw the hanging witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
Good thing my friend wasn't local.
That's just contactee status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
Why would I tell
He's
you?
not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
That's good.
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Let's say he's a high-ranking government official and leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardie boys are dead silent.
So you just admitted something
Yeah.
there.
It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I imagined you guys drinking and singing their lynching songs. What's with funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
The witness said he saw two of this descent and one,
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too. I already told you. We were all there.
I know. The witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
Oh, don't be so sure.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
That's good. Enough about the
Some
witness.
witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
Good for you, man.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Let's establish some authority. I don't think it's gonna go well, but let's go.
As you look around this
I got a
room
success.
full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I got drunk, so drunk I drove my car to the sea. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys, though. I'm also a fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you. Let's try this one. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties, while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju, with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off. Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So, the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary? No, shouldn't ask that probably. So what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant, or a drifter of some sort, been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
You said you partied. Cool. But what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Thank you, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Mm-hmm, you did. Goodbye. Let's talk to Ken.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her
Yes.
name? I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I don't remember being
Okay,
up.
that's manageable.
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
She said I'm going to have to interrogate her later and it's going to suck for me.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up. Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing, let's
We'll
move
be
on.
alright, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
Okay.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Yes, let's try not to. Okay guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see previous streams that I've done, go check out my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. Hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I shall see you guys